It's my second time in Siem Reap. I arrived here tired but otherwise feeling okay. I've come here to go to Anghor, one of the world's great antiquity sites, which for any who don't know, is why Siem Reap exists.
Not trying to create a false equivalency, but this place is a little like Las Vegas in that, among other things, you can find breakfast at any hour of the day. I'm on Pub Street for reasons that need no explaining, and it's really kind of a superfluous name because, in as much as you can tell, every street here is Pub Street.
The great city of Anghor, the pride of the ancient Khmer Empire, lies just outside Siem Reap. I've hired a driver to take me there for the day. First order of business, to buy a ticket at Anghor's ticket office, which resembles an airport lobby. For the first of several planned stops, I've asked to be let out near Anghor Wat, among the most famous shrines of the ancient world. It's a little over a mile on foot from the closest place one can park.
Of all the structures at Anghor, the one people most come to see and the one that has fascinated adventurers and travelers for centuries is Anghor Wat, completed in the year 1150 as a Hindu temple and surrounded by a moat. It was designed to represent Mount Meru, home to divas of Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain cosmologies. This is the quintessential storybook jungle ruin, abandoned and hidden in thick forest for centuries. It was rediscovered at least twice, once by Portuguese traders and missionaries, and again by the French. Where I'm walking along the pond in front of Anghor Wat is the ultimate postcard view of this place. You've probably seen it standing up inspirationally, and many people come here. They get up well before dawn. They buy their tickets. They're brought here in droves for a view of this temple as the sun rises over this pond. And probably in most all of those photos that you've seen your entire life, you've thought, what a tranquil place. But I assure you, it's anything but. The crowds who gather here are enormous. They number into the small thousands for the sunrise. I did not get up pre-dawn this morning to come here for that privilege because I've experienced it already several years ago. Not that it's a bad thing, but too early to face such human traffic for me this time.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
It wasn't until the 20th century, during the second half of France's century-long colonization of Cambodia, that there were serious efforts to clear the overgrowth and restore this fabulous temple. The French left in 1953 with Cambodia's independence, and the work languished. Efforts were further set back during the country's long civil war, during which the Khmer Rouge gained control in the 1970s. At one point, Khmer Rouge forces holed up in this temple and the surrounding ruins, burning whatever wood objects they could find for firewood. You could still see bullet holes from the fighting. It's quite a different scene here today. Not only is it heavily trodden by tourists, but it remains a functioning Buddhist temple. Anghor Wat became a Buddhist as opposed to Hindu temple during the reign of Jayavarman VII in the late 1100s. It's still often described as a Hindu/Buddhist temple, owing to its Hindu legacy prior to the religious shift.
These are Cambodian students who stopped to ask me questions as part of a field exercise for their English language class.
Are you the teacher?
Yeah,
I thought so. Yeah. What's your name?
My name is Jan.
Ah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And do you have one more question for me?
Why do you come here?
Oh, that's a good question. I came here, well, I love the place to begin with, but I'm making videos for YouTube about Cambodia. Yeah. Well, that's where the video at Anghor Wat ends. It's now more than a week later, and I'm on the beautiful island of Palawan in the Philippines. About 90 seconds after I said goodbye to those kids, I was bent over an ancient railing, trying to throw up. It was the start of not one, but 2 bouts of sickness. I managed to walk 1.5 kilometers to where my tuk-tuk driver was parked, and he took me back to the hotel where I was sick for about 24 hours. I believe, but I'm not sure, that the source of the illness was a glass of water that was either not properly purified or may have contained ice that wasn't. Afterward, I took a bus as planned back to Phnom Penh, where I spent the night before my flight to the Philippines. But after checking into my hotel in Manila, a second round of illness hit me that was worse than the first. I want to give a shout out to the kind folks at U Hotels Makati for getting me an electrolyte solution from an all-night pharmacy, which I credit for preventing me from totally dehydrating. I never travel without electrolytes, by the way, but unfortunately they were in my suitcase, which Cathay Pacific Airlines failed to get on the plane during a transfer in Hong Kong. Kudos to them, though, for getting the suitcase on the next flight. It was delivered to my room at about 3:30 in the morning. So basically, I've spent several days in Manila sick and recuperating, not doing a whole lot. And now, after a short 1-hour flight to Palawan, I'm here on this beautiful island. Here in Puerto Princesa, where the airport is located, I'm staying at the Local Hut Bed and Breakfast, a charming little oasis in the middle of town, and for me, a great place to rest up. I'd hoped to produce a series of videos from the Philippines, including one from Manila. Unfortunately, that's no longer in the cards. But after being on the road for nearly 4 months, I do have a little time left before my flight back to the US. So, barring the unexpected, I hope to see you soon in a video from the beach haven I'm headed to tomorrow after about a 5-hour bus ride. El Nido. Until then, ciao, and stay healthy.